Hello, welcome to Access, my name's Nathan, and welcome to a big list of free stuff. Since the launch of PS4, free-to-play games have grown and evolved to the point where you can spend days playing awesome things that cost absolutely nothing. Here's a quick look at the 10 best free games you can play on PS4 right now. Number 1, Fortnite. Of course it's Fortnite, the base building survival game that, as a sort of afterthought, launched a free-to-play battle royale mode that's become an absolute monster. If you've not played it, yes, all three of you, the game starts with you skydiving from a flying bus, picking a landing spot on the map, there's currently just one map, finding guns, gathering resources with your axe, and trying to beat the other 99 players to be the last one standing. Why is it so good? A million reasons, but flexibility of approach has something to do with it. You can play Fortnite solo, in a pair, or as a 4-player squad. It's basically a great way to hang out with friends. And you can play in different ways too. Sneaky, architecturally, violently. Constant updates and constant tactical innovations from the huge Fortnite community keep the Let's Go Again gameplay feeling fresh, and above all else, once you get started, you'll wonder how something you can play for this many hours can somehow cost you nothing. Number 2, World of Tanks. World of Tanks is a pillar of the free-to-play scene, and its success is based on the sound premise that driving around historical battlefields as a tank and blowing up other tanks is cool, and people like to do it. The game features over 300 vehicles built between the 1930s and 50s by various nations, allowing players to choose between light, medium and heavy options to best suit their style of play in a range of multiplayer modes. More recently, there's also been the addition of a still free-to-play campaign mode, War Stories, playable solo or co-op, which offers up alternate takes on key historical battles, currently including a desperate fight during the collapse of Berlin in 1945, with others arriving soon. Number 3, Smite. Smite is a god-packed MOBA that's now been on PS4 for almost 2 years and sees teams of up to 5 deities battling for 3-lane domination in a series of modes. The free side of the game unlocks a starter god in each of the 5 classes, there are 94 gods in total, with another free character available on a rotation. This is a sharp, accessible version of what can be a professionally complicated genre. There's a ticket-based deathmatch mode to get you used to characters, auto-leveling takes the pain out of upgrade choices, and the game's over-the-shoulder camera gives Smite a more action-oriented feel than other MOBAs. Check it out because it's free! All these games are free, it's mad! Number 4, Gwent. First of all, isn't The Witcher 3 brilliant? I mean, it's probably the best thing on PS4, and we should talk about it all the time. But more relevantly, Gwent is a card game that's playable inside The Witcher 3, which is brilliant, we should talk about it all the time, and is so good that it makes the eventual completion time for many players even longer than it would be otherwise. This standalone version, which is officially still in public beta, offers more depth than the original, with more tactical nuance and more ways to affect your opponent's cards. But it's also the same basic deal. 2 players teasing and faking through 3 rounds, with the best of 3 games deciding the overall match. Plus, the all-encompassing desire for more cards, as soon as you even vaguely understand what's going on. Play Gwent! And The Witcher 3 is so good, we should talk about it all the time. Number 5, Warframe. Warframe is a testament to how far free-to-play has come since PS4's launch, when the third-person shooter RPG first arrived. Years of expansions have turned this from a curiosity into an engaging world of serious scope and depth. There are now tutorial missions to ease you into the game's crafting and loot, a new MMO-ish open world area, and the gameplay, a mixture of slick combat and traversal, feels highly polished. The meat of the game is a rewarding, gear-driven grind with enough variety and options to play alone or with friends to keep you hooked. Number 6, The Last Guardian VR Demo. Okay, so this one isn't a huge multiplayer experience that could realign the basics of your life, but it does let you get up close and feathery with a giant lovable mythic beast. This is a pared down version of the full game, a series of scenes and scenarios with light puzzling and simplified controls that give you a unique perspective on The Last Guardian's hushed and magical setting, and a chance to understand the full scale of your unforgettable companion. Number 7. Pro Evolution Soccer 2018 Lite. Tiny Pez. Tiny free Pez. The Lite version of Pro Evo 2018 has, crucially, the same gameplay muscle that's made Konami's game a long-standing contender in the console sports stakes. This is the same football that's in the regular version, except here is limited to specific modes. Like My Club, the Ultimate Team-esque squad builder that has you firing up a virtual lottery tombola to get new players before competing against other sides online. The online player base includes everyone playing the full version of the game too. There's also access to Pez League, a series of online tournaments playable on your own or in 2 vs 2 and 3 vs 3 co-op, and the offline version of exhibition matches, so you can play friends at home to bolster your skills. There's a lot of footballing meat here for you to try for free. Number 8. Brawlhalla. Brawlhalla takes upfront inspiration from a gaming genre that, let's be honest, has historically consisted of a single game, the platform fighting game. The aim of Brawlhalla is to weaken your opponents and then knock them off the screen, using the game's simple, light, heavy attack system and powerful mobility. All characters can triple jump and bounce off walls. Getting people to stay down is tricky. Speaking of characters, 6 of them are yours for absolutely nothing, while investing in the game unlocks the full and growing roster of over 30, who each bring different weapons combos and a variety of looks to the party. Overall, Brawlhalla is fast, surprisingly tactical, and full of skill-based depth. Smashing. Number 9. Let It Die. Let It Die is a bizarre, challenging roguelike that looks and plays a little like Dark Souls in gothic electro-future Tokyo. The aim is to climb a giant tower full of very bad things, with each floor populated by a freshly generated set of enemies, sometimes including, Neo-style, the reanimated builds of other dead players. Die yourself and you have 3 options: instantly revive by spending rare death metal, restart at your fighter freezer by spending kill coins, frequently earned in-game as well as purchasable, or retrieve your dead character by battling through the game and fighting it with another of your characters. Tricky, unless you've leveled them to a decent standard. In fact, the whole thing is tricky, which is the point. Finely balanced so the free-to-play mechanics mesh with the grinder progression, punctuated by sharp difficulty spikes. And number 10. Paladins Champions of the Realm. Paladins is an objectives-based hero shooter with a cartoon aesthetic that's got an undeniably Overwatchy flavour. The freely available base game gives you 8 starter heroes to play with who fall across 4 different class categories and who can all be customised to suit your style of play. Each character has a deck of levelable skill cards to select from pre-match, while items are in-game buffs that can be purchased using XP-like credits. Basically, it's fast, colourful and very tactical, although how good you are at pointing and shooting is at least as important as getting your loadout right. And that's our look at 10 free games you can play right now on PS4. We know we've not covered everything, so if there's something you'd recommend and think we should have put in, then let us know in the comments. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it and stay tuned to Access for loads more like this.